Hi everybody, and welcome to the ARNE CARLOS HQs here up in Norway. And we are, as always, your hosts,
ARNE and CARLOS,
doing the Sit and Knit for a Bit Christmas countdown.
Yeah.
Oh, I love to change it up a little bit, otherwise it gets too boring.
Yeah, I think you do it good. So we change up the formalities. So I do the first part and you the second part.
Yeah, I think after 22 days, I think I'd love to do a little jingle.
Okay, so this podcast is supported by Prym, and if you want to have more information about Prym, please look at the link down here somewhere.
In the description.
In the description.
Prym Ergonomics, simply knit more easily. Ding!
No.
There we go. So today we are in December 22nd. We have now revealed 21 balls and we've got 3 to go.
Yeah.
We hope you have been enjoying this podcast. We hope that you've been enjoying whatever it is you have knitted. Either you've been knitting the balls together with us, or you've been knitting other balls, or you have been knitting other things, or you maybe have been doing your Christmas gift wrapping, Christmas baking, whatever it is. We hope you're enjoying it, and thank you so much for letting us come into your home every day in December. It's been great, but we don't have to get that nostalgic yet, because we still got a few more days to go.
And we will be back later. But this reminds me about what we should talk about.
Oh yeah.
Remember we said yesterday?
We started the thread yesterday. Yes, a carnefart.
So close your eyes and think about winter night, horses and people in sledges.
Okay. Actually, they don't make sound because they go in the snow, right?
Okay, so that was not necessary. So we just do the
bells.
This is a horse running.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the intro.
That's the
because we do carnefart. That's like when you go with horses and you go into the woods, and like last year we did it with our friends. In sledge, and we went.
No, not sledge. Sleds.
I can say that.
Sled. Yeah.
Sled. Yeah. And we went into the woods with a lot of horses, and we ended up in like a lavvo.
Yeah.
Or like a tent in the woods, and they served warm hot food and greg.
I think they served fin beef.
And fin beef.
Reindeer beef.
Reindeer beef. That was so nice, and I don't know if we do that again this year because of that happens.
The thing is, number one, we could do a carnefart if we did it on our own sled. But we probably couldn't go into a lavvo with all those people.
No, I don't think they do it this year.
Because it would have been dangerous in terms of COVID.
Maybe it's just for the family, so they can bring one and one family.
Well, the thing is, I'm not even sure that there will be snow in Trysil. If we go to Trysil in a few days, I'm really not sure whether there will be snow. I remember we were going to do a carnefart in 2015, and it was cancelled because there was no snow. Last year there was a lot of snow and it was freezing cold, but it was beautiful. So the sleds, they are sleds for 4 people and the driver, and somebody can also sit on the front. Yeah. And then they are pulled by usually 2 horses or 1.
1 or 2 horses.
And they light up these big, lanterns. Yeah. So it's really beautiful because you arrive after it's dark. Yeah. And
then you have the sound of the bells. It's very Christmas.
It is very Christmassy, and all you hear is the sound of the bells. Maybe the if it's really cold, the cracking of the wood of the branches of the trees. They kind of crack.
And it's cold.
Yeah, and it's funny. I remember my friend Eva. I have a friend named Eva. She comes from the south of Sweden, and she spent a Christmas with us once a very long time ago.
That was a cold.
That was a really cold Christmas, and when we were walking, we were taking a midnight walk in the woods, and it was very silent. And suddenly she started hearing these shooting sounds, and she threw herself on the snow, head down, thinking that somebody was shooting, maybe hunters or something. And then I said, no, it's the trees. Because it's so cold now that the wood is actually expanding.
It cracks.
And it kind of cracks.
It's like a gunshot.
Or no, it doesn't expand, it contracts.
Yeah,
It goes back. Yeah. And so it kind of cracks. It sounds like... and she thought maybe it was hunters. Poor girl, she had all her face covered in snow.
This reminds me about when I was a kid, because in the 70s there was this strike.
Oil crisis.
The oil crisis, was it in 1974 or something? And it was in the 70s, and I remember there was like no cars on the road, and then my father decided that we should take out the horse and the sled and put on all the bells and stuff and go to church.
The bells and whistles?
The bells and whistles. So we went to church on Christmas Eve, and that's the only time we did it when I was a kid.
You did that on Christmas Eve in 1974, the only time you went to church for Christmas?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I did it once in the late 80s because my niece was singing in the choir.
Oh, yeah.
So I remember I went to church to listen to her, but that was the first time since 1974.
And then we went to church with our friends a few years ago.
Yeah.
In 2015.
But with a horse, that was like the only time.
That was fantastic.
Actually, it was the only time until the 80s again.
Were you the only one? The only ones coming in?
No, there were more people, but they were lived in walking distance, and we were the only one who came in with horses because we were the only one who had horses. But although the other people had to park their car.
Okay, I see.
So that was cool. We came my father had this big fur he got from uncle in North Dakota.
Was he pretending to be Santa Claus?
He pretended to be Santa Claus. So he had this fur of wolf. He got it from his uncle in North Dakota.
Ugh, yuck.
He used that when he was doing comfort.
I don't like fur.
I don't know where that ended up. Maybe it's rotten.
Somebody ate it. Maybe.
Somebody ate it. Oh. Oh, that was back in the days.
Back in the good old days.
When you could actually go on the not the motorway, but like the normal road,
the
roads with horses in the middle of the night because there was a strike or a crisis.
Yeah.
So that's.
And you know that film that we mentioned before, Fanny and Alexander, from Fanny och Alexander, from Ingmar Bergman. That movie has a scene when the family, after they celebrate Christmas, they go on what in Swedish is called julotta. And that is like a morning mass. It's very early in the morning on Christmas Day, and the scene is them getting on the sleds and going by horses. And by sled and horse with the bells ringing, kind of similar to when we do the Konefart, except we don't go to church. We go to a lavvo to have some food, which is also quite nice. Yeah. And if you're wondering what a lavvo is a traditional Sami tent, and they're used quite a lot here in Norway. For gatherings, for different kinds of gatherings, and usually there's a fire pit inside the lavvo.
It's nice. Like when we did the photo shoot for Rowan, the last catalog, down the road, there was this guy who had these dogs, sledge dogs, so we call it, and he also had a lavvo. So we were like, while we're in between the photo shoots,
we're warming up inside the lavvo.
Inside the lavvo. That was so nice.
It's very nice. Yeah.
Could we have a lavvo in the garden?
Well, yeah, I guess, if you want it.
That's on my wish list for next Christmas.
Yeah, and then you're gonna reserve a date for when you're gonna sleep in there, I guess. Or something.
But that could be so cool. Could you imagine go to the lavvo and sleep on Christmas Eve? That's magic.
Not really. I like the comfort of my own very comfortable bed. To be honest, and real.
So I didn't manage
heating.
to sell in that idea.
No, that idea you did not sell in at all. Okay, but
I'm getting in the Christmas mood, you know.
Yeah.
I'm feeling I'm getting so relaxed.
Yeah.
And it's only 2 more days.
It is. Yeah. So we designed a Christmas ball for our Christmas book, which was a Konefart, I believe.
I think
there was a horse and a sled. So we're not doing that, obviously, for December 22nd.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. That's 10 years ago. But we're thinking about different motifs, and we settled on a Christmas rose for the 22nd of December. A Christmas rose is also called a Helleborus, and those Helleborus are cottage garden plants. Very, very typical. They're not actually roses. They're not related to roses in any way.
They don't even look like a rose.
They don't even look like a rose.
Or maybe a little bit, but not.
They've got usually little white flowers, don't they?
Yeah. We had one in the
Or they
garden.
can have pink flowers too, I believe.
I think there are in different colors, and we actually have one, a white one in the garden, and every year we see the leaves, but it has been blooming only once. I remember it was in March or April one year. The snow went really early, and this flower came up from the snow. What are you smiling at? What have I done?
No, I'm just thinking about the
Is it my hair again?
No, I'm just thinking about the Helleborus.
Oh, look at this.
I'm thinking about the lovely, we have to, I'm thinking about the Helleborus. I'm thinking about the lovely trips that we've done with the sled.
Yeah.
And I'm just smiling because...
You're happy.
Yeah, I love all of those different Christmas traditions. And Helleborus, the Christmas rose, is also something that I like. Sometimes you get Christmas cards with them on them.
I think we got them also.
And from the florist.
Yeah, because we had flowers on the door sometimes, and then like for Christmas, and then we had.
I forgot. We got a little delivery just before we sat down. We got a little delivery of flowers, Christmas flowers. So maybe some good friend of ours has taken a little pity on us.
It's good we are in at home.
Yeah, so that we can. Yeah, I signed for them, and I just left them.
Be frozen.
Yeah, no, I left them in the kitchen counter, and I forgot all about them because we had to come and sit down. But I think we may have a little Helleborus something to enjoy, or maybe some hyacinths, which I also love for Christmas. The hyacinth.
That's the one thing we have forgotten. We have to go and buy hyacinths.
Yeah, it's too late now, isn't it?
No, think so.
Well, we could probably get them, yeah. And we've got those Victorian bulb vases.
Yeah, you take off the soil and then you just put the bubble. I think that's so nice.
Yeah.
How could we forget that?
How could we forget that?
How?
Well, it's not a year as all the other years. It's been a crazy year, and my memory is still a little bit mushed. And I guess, with all... I mean, look at it on the bright side. We forgot the hyacinths, but we remembered everything else on our Christmas list, except for baking lepse, because we forgot that too. Yeah. And now it's too late to bake lepse as well. So, we'll probably do better next year.
Yeah, next year. There's always next year.
Anyway, the Christmas ball for the day is a Helleborus. Has absolutely nothing to do with a conifer.
No.
But we did get flowers delivered today, and maybe there'll be some.
That was a sign. We had the ball for today, and we get deliveries.
That's a sign.
That's a sign. Okay, formalities.
So let's do the formalities. We hope that you enjoyed this crazy episode. If you're not. If you haven't been paying attention, we do have a competition.
Yeah.
So tag the photos that you take of your own knitted advent calendar balls, post them on Instagram and hashtag them ARNE CARLOS or hashtag them sit and knit for a bit, and you will be eligible to win this lovely surprise, which is an ARNE and CARLOS book and a whole bunch of Prym needles in an ARNE and CARLOS project bag. So, you really want to be in this contest. We're going to choose 2 lucky winners in the end of December, beginning of January, and we will announce them then.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm thinking I'm going to save this for Christmas Eve now.
Yeah? Yeah.
Because we're going to use all the candles.
Yeah, and we need to take all the wax off the tablecloth. Okay. We need to get it cleaned, and we need to get it ready for Christmas Eve. Okay. Which is in 2 days.
But we see you tomorrow with a new ball and a new story.
Yeah. So how about some final formalities?
You didn't do it.
Just a contest.
Oh, because I was so obsessed by this. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you like the videos, thumbs up and subscribe and put on your notification, because then you will have every time there's a new video. Mm-hmm. And what's even better is that if you put yourself on the mailing list, you will have news before all the other people, and sometimes there's a good bargain.
Yeah, there is.
Or there's news.
There's always news.
There's always news.
So, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow on Little Christmas Eve, as we call tomorrow.
That's nice.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.